Warning, the following content you're about to watch is actually batshit insane. Expect the unexpected and get ready to be horrified because we are introduced to one of my favorite characters and also one of the most crazy. Welcome to Vinyl, the introduction of Rennie. You see, Rennie was special. Even when she was not seen, her work was known by the twins. They saw the trail of blood, entrails in the hallway, and they knew, yeah, she's here. But she wasn't just special because of the traces of her work. She was special because of what she did with the apple juice left behind. You see, Rennie had a condition, but more on that later. Right now, she had to move. Walter asked, is she okay? And she told him straight up, they were unclean. Their blood wouldn't satisfy, but I'll manage for now. The only problem is, I'm going to need her skin. Vic heard this and almost lost her shit. What did she just say? But she was rudely interrupted by the twins. You see, the twins were super fans of every cereal, and they were big fans of Rennie. They were screaming, I love you, Rennie. Please, do you mind making a jacket out of us one day? They were screaming this, literally, and the giant had to tell them, bruh, you know that will require her to kill you, right? And they said they don't mind as long as she makes them a jacket. And over the speaker, she heard them. She actually cracked a smile and called to Walter and let him know that that was always the plan. She always planned to make a coat out of the twins. And at that moment, Walter remembered when he went to invite her on this mission. She was tweaking out. But because he was Walter, she put him above her. So she got him his music. She was the person who handled everything because he was not up to date. She was his daughter, so to speak. They had that type of relationship, which is why she kept on putting Taylor Swift in his track list, even though he didn't like it. But Walter was very observant. He noticed she was itching a lot, so he asked her, is it time? Have you had your dip today? And she clarified that, yeah, she was about to, but he called and he is important. So he offered to help, helping her take off her coat. We see her body riddled with scratch marks. She itches a lot. As he put the coat away, she got into her bath, but her bath was not really a bath. Even in her storage, we see a corpse missing its skin. Rennie was weird, because she had to take a bath in the actual living waters of her victims. Rennie was weird. And even with this, as soon as Walter made it clear that he needs her, she was down. Matter of fact, she was excited too. Which brings us to the present. She had to take the skin off this husk for herself, for her condition. And Walter told her, go have fun, go crazy with the twins. The detective was confused like, I thought you brought them here for their mission. And he made it clear, this is their mission, to cause chaos, while me and you rescue our mate. Now come along, we have to go save Dennis before he's killed. This place is a maze, just like its owner. Beautiful and normal on the outside, but inside, there are monsters lurking in the shadow. And we see our serials are introduced to one of those monsters. Observing this building, they noticed a family wall of family pictures, but the twins got hungry, so they scrambled to the kitchen to go get some food. But the giant noticed something. Now, I just need to make something clear about Guy. He is not usually scared. Matter of fact, he's usually bored. Being so big and powerful will do that to you, but what he saw through this glass was ridiculous. It was a corpse, a living corpse. And it stared back at him. It shocked him so much he dropped his sandwich. His sandwich. And worst of all, it didn't chase him. It just topped the glass. Yeah, a lot of shit is about to go down. We ain't ready for it. Back with Walter and Vic though, they found the auditorium with a fantastic collection of songs. A fantastic collection of vinyls. Wink wink. Vic, of course feeling awkward, decided to ask him a question about why he always listens to music every time he goes out. Matter of fact, why are you listening to music now? And he makes it clear that the music, well, he has always been a fan of it, especially in his prime. Even when he went out, he had music blasting. And now, he had the option of carrying the music with him everywhere. The music helps him remember. The music makes him feel like it's a soundtrack to his life. But then she realized what he was trying to say. Each track is a kill. She was about to ask him, how many songs do you have? When he noticed something at the back. He notices his gift given to him by his friend Dennis, and he was pissed. Why was it left on the floor, discarded? She told him to take it, but he said, nah, I have to earn it. And he simply walked away. At every part of this godforsaken bunker, each serial was going through their own adventure. Renee had found a torture chamber with a huge mirror. The mirror only reminded her she had the itch. God, she was beautiful. And even while leaving, she didn't figure that this mirror was not a mirror, but a two-way mirror. Someone was watching in the other side, and this person was a problem. But the real problem was about to begin, because Walter had found his friend. The only sad part is, Walter had found the Esther as well, the shorty who eats human flesh. And she was midway through gutting a pig, preparing for dinner. Walter had to step in. Putting on his glorious teddy bear mask, he stepped up like a boss, quiet, steady. She didn't even know he was behind her till she turned. Now, you need to understand that she's usually the top of the food chain. She's usually the apex predator. So when she saw our boy snap, she reacted like she usually would, by striking. But this was the wrong move. I'm not even going to lie, I was scared for Snap. She looked dangerous as hell. Even the detective was scared for Snap. But he is still Snap. He is the Batman of this universe. It didn't even take up the 5 seconds. We see the chickens clocking. We see the extra spare pig squealing. Then we see blood. Lots and lots of blood. Even Dennis, now awake, saw the horror that was taking place. He said, Walter. Jesus Christ, Walter decimated. Matter of fact, he used 2 sunflowers to replace her eyeballs. He was that dangerous. The mighty flesh eater was on her knees. Vic called for Walter, but he was on kill mode. There was no going back when he was on kill mode, but he wasn't watching the whole field. The flesh eater was gripping onto his media player. Vic was trying to save it, not her. But in one swift motion, Walter split her in half, and the flesh eater crushed the music player all at once. This was enough to knock Walter out of kill mode. Matter of fact, he started to notice a butterfly flying. He was lost, and Vic knew it. Walter was completely entranced by this one simple butterfly. That is when Vic knew she was right. That is when she put 2 and 2 together. The music player was important for a simple reason, that it helped him remember. Walter had Alzheimer's, and the music player was his way to keep tethered to reality.